Hey pop culture fans, it's Cynthia and I'm here with another haul video for you. It's kind of a mixed bag literally this week because I went to a couple different places. I'm also testing out a new camera angle that might be easier to see the shirts and things. I still can't get used to this left-right thing, kind of weird. So I have got some CDs to show you today. I have some video games, I have some toys, and I have some shirts. So let's get started. Again, if you've never been here before, I resell on eBay under Boris Basement. I love pop culture things and I love thrifting. I realize, tell me if you have this problem. We spend like all of our free time thrifting, which I love. But my brother-in-law sent a message the other day while we were thrifting saying he was at this museum and he saw this cool thing, and I thought, why don't we ever go to museums? Well, we kind of do, because the thrift stores we go to are kind of like museums, aren't they, of old things that we go, this is so cool. So, I don't know. I keep saying we're going to go to a museum, we're going to go to the theater, we're going to go to the movies, we're going to go someplace that isn't a thrift store. But we always end up back at the thrift store. Do you do the same thing? So, gosh, I'm not sure where to begin. Everything's kind of mixed up. So, I guess I'll just start right here with this. So, I went to... Oh gosh, I usually have no trouble remembering where I got things. This is crazy. Oh, I know. We went to a place called Upscale Resale this week, which is one of our favorite places to get toys. They're one of the few thrift shops we go to that has toys. And they had a media sale, all 50% off all CDs, DVDs, and some other items. So normally, so I've kind of been on a new binge to pick up soundtrack CDs. They're not always worth a lot of money. Matter of fact, a lot of them are not worth anything. So do scan them for Amazon. So I found this Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy soundtrack CD. This one goes for about $4 plus shipping on Amazon, which is good for me. I got it for $1. And also I started a soundtrack section on our eBay store because I want to see about selling some more soundtracks. I think they're great. I love to listen to them. This one I got kind of more for myself, but I didn't actually like it. I bought it because it's She Loves Me, the original, ooh, the glare. It's the original cast with Jack Cassidy, whom I adore. I didn't know he sang. I didn't know he was, I mean, I knew he was on Broadway, but I didn't know he was in musicals. So I picked this up, also was $1, and listened to it. So it plays great. The music's not really my thing. This sells for about $3, if I'm lucky. It's kind of hit and miss. So, you know, again, it's a couple bucks if they go. We also picked up at Salvation Army, because I got on the soundtrack binge, I found this, ooh, glare, King Kong. This is the original King Kong, not the original, sorry. This is the King Kong, the Peter Jackson King Kong, I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't think this is the Jessica Lange one. Gosh, I should look closer at these things before we get them. Universal Music. Here's some pictures. Oh, yep, because there's Adrian Brody. It's got a nice fold out inside. Oh, sorry, the glare is so horrible. But it's got some really nice stuff. So this actually we picked up because we wanted it. But it does have some value. It sells for minimally like $4 on Amazon. We're probably going to keep it for a while and listen to it, and then it may or may not end up on eBay. Another thing I picked up, oh, this is the weird one. So I bought this, which might have been stupid. So this is The Hangover CD, which is not new. I mean, the movie's new. It's not an old vintagey anything. It's not out of print or any of that. But if I can get close, here's what got me. This right here says, this new camera angle is a little trickier, says that it has dialogue from the movie. Now, what's really strange is I used the barcode to scan it on Amazon to see what it's worth. And it didn't come up on Amazon, like, ever. And I even had trouble finding it on eBay. Every time I search The Hangover, I keep finding The Hangover too. So this one was tough to find, and I don't know why. I'm hoping that means it's rare. I did find occasions where it sold, and it sells for, sometimes $5 to $10. But I'm assuming this, with the dialogue in it, is what makes this one unusual. But I don't understand why the barcode doesn't come up. So, I don't know. Again, it was $1. Thought we'd give it a try because I was in my soundtrack mode. This is a weird one. This appears to be a DVD or possibly a soundtrack, but it's actually a CD-ROM. And what this is, there's a little 2001 Space Odyssey going on. Oh, this was a funny thing too, because my husband is working on a model of this guy right here. So that was funny that we found this. This was actually a CD-ROM that came with a textbook looking at the movie's introduction to film. It's a textbook apparently a lot of film students use. These CDs are, I don't know if they're sold separately or they come with the book, but I know they're often missing from the book. I've had this one before. There's another one with a different cover. I don't know what the difference is. This might be an older edition. But I have had this before, and I've sold it before. I cannot remember what price. I think there were none of them right now on eBay. There were some with the other cover. So once again, this was half price at Salvation Army, so this cost me about $1. So I thought I'd just buy it because, like I said, I know I've had it. I know I've sold it. Now, my real score of the week is one I don't have, and for weird reasons. So my son has started selling on eBay, and his audience is very gamer oriented. So I went to the small resale charity shop that has a lot of toys, and they had they had a stack of old PlayStation games. And this is PlayStation 1. This is the least of what I found. There were 10 of them. Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. 2 Crash Bandicoot, 3 Spyro, and some other one I can't remember. And if you know your video games, those are like, they're the licenses that sort of really pushed PlayStation. They're like the retro fun ones. They were $2 each, which is so cheap for video games, because these days it's hard to find older video games for cheap because everybody thinks they're worth a ton and they put them up really expensive usually at the charity shops. So these were $2 each. I hoped they were on sale because it was media day, but they were not considered media. They were considered toys. I bought them all, including this one, which doesn't have as much value. This one has maybe a $5, $10 if I'm lucky value, which is still good. The other ones that I don't have in front of me, but I'll show you this because here's some. These are the 2 characters I'm talking about here, Spyro and Banjo-Kazooie. Those 2 character ones, those go for approximately $25 to $30 a piece for PlayStation 1 games. So they look like this, but they're these 2 characters, and I sold the lot to my son when I got home. So he paid me, I paid just under 10. I paid 8 for the lot. He bought the lot for me for 20, and on the first day he sold one for 30. So he's already in the money, and he still has all the rest of them to list and sell. So they were a great find, if you remember that. He did, I think out of pity, left me a few. So this one, and again, I wanted to make the deal, so because I can't list everything, so I thought it was a great way. I wasn't going to leave him behind. So this one I said went up for about $5. The CDs and the games I also cross-posted to Amazon. I don't sell a lot on Amazon as I used to. The things have gotten weird over there, but I won't send them in FBA, but I did list them. Why not? This is a promo disc, and again, it's PlayStation 1 promo disc. This sometimes sells, well, I think somebody has this one listed right now for about $25 or $29. It hasn't sold yet, but PlayStation sample discs do sell in the $15 to $25 range. This is one of my tips if I've not said it to you before or you haven't heard me say it. When you go through your CDs at the thrift store, look for flat, and I'll show you what I mean. So when you're looking at the thrift store and you see like this, right, and you're going through, and in between you see these skinny little ones, grab them. Because what these often are promos, which is exactly what these happen to be. So this one happens to be a game promo, but sometimes they're CD promos. We sold a CD like this that was a promotional CD for a band I'd never heard of, and I sold it the other day for about $25. I got it for $1, sold it for $25, and the person who bought it was so excited because it was a band they loved, and it was a promo disc they couldn't get, and they were so excited to find it. Same thing for like this. This was probably a giveaway. It might have come in a magazine. That doesn't make it have less value. That makes it has more, because that means most people just went, it's a sample disc, and they threw it out. But if you are a diehard collector, you want these discs. Again, same for that one. It's that I found a lot, and I showed another video of CDs from the Dave Matthews Band fan club. Again, they come in this flat like this because they mail them out. They don't have the plastic cases. Some of them were still sealed, and they were fan club only. So I think I sold the first batch. I sold 1 or 2 of them, I think, for about $45. So definitely look for the skinny and grab them. Sometimes they'll even charge you less for them because they don't look like real CDs. The only other game I did pick up, and again, PlayStation 2 games in general for me don't sell that well, but this one, War of the Monsters, does have some value. This can sell for in the $20 range. I did have to switch out the box, excuse me, because the box was in really bad shape. So it's not in a PlayStation box. PlayStation boxes have a place up here for the memory card. So it's not, and I will disclose that when I list it. But it's still a good, just a real fun retro PlayStation game that people seem to really like. So grab that one. Again, $2. This is my crazy, could be a real score, don't know. So I live near Anaheim. I'm a hockey fan, and the Mighty Ducks are our team. Oh, let me rephrase that. The Anaheim Ducks are our hockey team. The Mighty Ducks, which is the name the team originally had, came from the Disney movie The Mighty Ducks. But for years, the hockey team got a lot of flack for being named after a kids' movie about a bunch of kids who aren't that great at playing hockey. And so they finally, some years back, changed the name officially, took the word mighty out of it, and just went Anaheim Ducks, which is still kind of weird if you ask me. Like, ducks aren't exactly like the ferocious, you're playing against like the Blackhawks, the Sabres, whatever, it's kind of crazy. So we're still Ducks, which is funny enough if you ask me. I thought the mighty was the part that made it sound cool. We were Mighty Ducks. So I don't know who said it, but I heard somebody say it, that if you find things that have the Mighty Ducks on it, it's worth more because, again, the team doesn't use that anymore. Forbidden. Prohibidado. And if you know what Prohibidado is from, put it in the comments below, because I love you that you love that movie. So this is a notepad and pen combo. It's still brand new in its case. It actually could have been a promo for the movie. There's no telling. It could have been made for the hockey team. Hard to say. There's no date on it. I think there probably was a wrapper or something around it originally. The pen does not work. It's dried out. But the notepad alone is totally worth it. I have no idea what I'm going to put this up for because I couldn't find anything like it at all. So I'm going to start it kind of high and see where we go. Oh my gosh, I have so many things. I don't know if I should show you all this stuff. So I also went to the library book sale this week. They always have some cool things. They had a free shelf. And I will say, some months back, I found at the library beautiful Bachman Train catalogs. They look like paperback books. They were thick and really nice glossy pages. I got them for like, I think $2, $3. And those sold today. I sold a combo of 2 of them for $15 plus shipping. So again, library book sale. Support your local library. Get great books that you can flip. There was a free rack. So I grabbed a couple things that may not have a lot of value, but I figured, for free, worst case, I'll redonate them. Oh, excuse me. So I got this because it's chocolate. So Baker's famous chocolate frosting made easy. This is a little retro recipe book from Baker's Chocolate. I feel like it's maybe 80s, maybe 70s. You could get it for 10 cents, so I'm thinking it's 70s. I keep taking my glasses off, I might leave them on. So I did see a couple of these listed. They sell, sometimes I might get $8 or $9 for it. It was free and it was cute. The other thing they had, which I didn't buy and maybe I should have, was like this booklets, but appliance manuals for old appliances. They look like they were from the 80s or 90s. If they were from the 60s, I would have grabbed them, but yeah, they weren't free. They were on the sale. This was free. A couple of white chicks sitting around talking. Play. I know, having been an acting student, that plays are expensive. And if you need one for class, you just want to learn a monologue or something. So I have no idea if that has any real value. I think I saw some hardback versions of these selling for $8 or $9, not this version. So we'll see. I actually just suddenly had a weird feeling that maybe you can't resell Samuel French plays. I don't know why. Looks brand new. This is a weird one. I like weird ones. And sometimes they work for me, sometimes they don't. This is Border Research Institute. Again, I got to work backwards. Border Research in Search of Pancho Villa. And what this is somebody did a research paper with, this camera doesn't focus well enough, but these are all copies of letters from 1912 when the army was searching for Pancho Villa. Here's a telegram to General Francisco Villa in Parral, Chihuahua. I appreciate your courteous message by expressing my wishes for your happiness in this new year. Affectionate greetings, Alvaro Obregon. I'm pronouncing this horribly. President of the Republic. So it's just a whole collection of letters going up through the 1920s that involve Pancho Villa. So I don't know if it has any value at all, but it was free, and I'm thinking there's some history fan out there that's going to want that book. Same for this, Pirates of North Carolina. It's just one of those little souvenir-y, ooh, there's kind of a weird picture in it. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. Pictures in here, I don't know, should I show you? They're quite graphic. Wow, you probably won't actually be able to see it because of the camera is not that good, but there's like a man shooting a person's head off. Oh my gosh. So this is just one of those little weird little souvenir-y books. It comes from the North Carolina Department of Cultural Resources. And again, I don't know, some historian that's into pirates. We'll look at that. This I bought was influenced by Jason of the Thrifting board and Thrifting. You guys know Jason. I shouldn't have to say it. If you don't know Jason, look around on YouTube because he has weekly podcasts and groups that you need to join. So he was talking about buying music books, like guitar books. They're not all worth something, but this one was. This is the White Stripes Icky Thump. I guess that's how you say that. Let me open it up. It's the White Stripes. And I got it for, I think it's $2.50 at our library. I think paperbacks like this are $2.50. And I looked it up back on the day. I want to say it goes for $14-ish. It's got a little bit of corner wear, so I should still be able to get about 10 on it. The only other music book, I bought 2 other music books. Vocal selections from Annie. I worked in Little Theater when Annie was new, and every single child that came to audition sang, "The sun will come out tomorrow." I was so sick of that song. So this is fun. Vocal selections from Annie. This did also have value. Again, I just scanned them at the bookstore. They had value. And classic vocal selections from Camelot also has value. I think that people who are auditioning for shows look for these, so they can practice. And then I have no idea if this has any value whatsoever, but this is a decade of Masterpiece Theater masterpieces. Obviously the cover is missing, but it's a whole book about Masterpiece Theater and the shows that were on Masterpiece Theater. It seems real nice. It's very heavy. I think it was on the free shelf. I think it's 25 cents. So the 25-cent rack. Because it doesn't have a dust jacket. But because we do sell TV things, I don't buy a lot of books anymore, especially since our dollar bookstore went out of business. It's my favorite place to shop. If I take a chance, 25 cents. Okay, let's move on. This will be the end of it. So, back to Salvation Army last night. Again, they were half price day. I don't know why they were half price, or I keep forgetting where to look. I don't know why they were half price day, because there's no holiday this weekend. Maybe it is. I found this guy. I don't buy a lot of plush anymore either, because I had so much of it at once. But I couldn't resist this little guy. At first I went, Garfield. Well, kind of. It's not orange. This is Normal, I think it's pronounced, which is Garfield's girlfriend. Really good shape. It's an old Dakin, and she sells for the $15 range. She was just so cute. I couldn't leave her behind. I got her for, I think she was $2, half price, $1. So cute. Another weird thing I don't normally pick up, but I kind of couldn't pass because it was all sealed. So this is a Tommy My Little Baby. It was $1.99, which means I got her for $1. She's new in her package. It struck me as like, you know, those collectibles like My Little Ponies and different things like that people collect them all. Out of her box, she sells for, I've seen her sell for about $10. So I'm thinking in her box I should be able to get, I think almost double that, don't you think? She's in perfect condition. I mean, it's never been touched, never been opened, and they're just little funky things from, I don't know. I don't remember these. My favorite, I know I said I was going to leave these on, didn't I? It says, interactive, oh, totally interactive baby. My eyes really blink. That's kind of scary. Her name is Jasmine. She is Jordan's twin, and she's from the creator of Micro Pets. Responds to your voice. I drink from my bottle. Wow, really? My eyes blink. I drink from the bottle. I sing myself to sleep. I'm just like a real baby, only smaller. I respond to your voice. I giggle and make baby sounds. I sing the ABCs. I sing and dance with other babies. And then you put a couple batteries, which says they're included. Huh. What do you know? Well, no wonder people collect them. That's pretty funny. There's 6 of them. Tommy. They're by Tommy. I guess they're from the 90s. I don't know what it says. Oh, I know. Tommy's from Newport Beach. That's near me. I don't see a date on them. But, you know, I'm thinking they're not that old. But that's pretty cool. So they're tiny, tiny. I mean, they're small. Look how little they are. And they dance and sing and make all kinds of noise. Oh, kind of like that crazy, remember that crazy baby from Ally McBeal that danced? I found an Ally McBeal soundtrack CD, and that was worthless, which surprised me, because Ally McBeal had some great music on it. All right, we're going to finish up with some shirts. Now, oh, this one's okay. I only got one shirt at Salvation Army because they were so picked over from half price day, and half the shirts are ones I'd already seen. So I'm going to try it. This is where my new camera angle is supposed to work. So here we go. Book of Mormon. This is in the back. Book of Mormon. God's favorite musical. It's a medium, which I don't usually like to grab, but I know Book of Mormon is a really popular show on Broadway. So $3.95 for $4. Basically, I got it for $2. It looks like it's never been worn. I think it was one of those that again somebody bought as a present, either for somebody or as a souvenir when they went to see the show, but they never wore it. Now I have my hit and miss. We went to an estate sale that was the last day, and again, pretty picked over. I got really excited when I saw that there were a bunch of shirts from the Cannes Film Festival. I didn't realize till I got them out in the sunlight that they had stains on them, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them out. If they were really rare, it wouldn't matter. They're not that rare. They may not even sell that well, which surprised me because I think they're really cool. So we start with this Cannes Film Festival. This is 2000 something. One of them has a date. Oh, here it is. 2000. So the back, look at this. Isn't that great? The back has like all these like stars, handprints, and autographs, kind of like Grauman's Chinese kind of thing. Well, no, I'll show you the real Grauman's one. So fun. But then, like I said, when I got it out in the light, I saw that. See that stain? I don't know what that is. It might be coffee. I don't know if it's going to come out. But so we got that issue. This is why I almost never buy white shirts, because I almost never see the stains on them until it's too late. Then this one, just as kind of funky condition, I wasn't going to buy it until I saw the other ones. I figured I'd pick them all up because, again, half price day, I got them for $1. This is just a Cannes shirt. It's small. It's a medium, but it's a very small medium. And the texture, okay, how do people do this? That they're, hang on, I'm going to do something here. Move my chair up higher, see if that works better. Didn't work a lot better. So the, you know, the figure on here, there's something about it, it's kind of weird. It's warping a little, as if it's, I don't know, again, I think that I might not be able to move it. Who knows? I won't be able to move it for much. The other white, Cannes Film Festival. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that in the back. So on the front is the, like the handprints, again, like you see in Grauman's Chinese, or the footprints, handprints in the wall of all the different stars. But I just saw in the back, too, has signatures. They're not real. No, they're definitely not real. I know I saw Liza Minnelli, Jack Nicholson, Drew Barrymore, Dustin Hoffman, maybe. Can't read some of them. Johnny Depp, Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone. I think they're cool. I think it's a really cool shirt if you're a movie fan. Hey, it's Oscar. Oh, I wish I had it up. Oh, I gotta hurry up and get it out for the Oscars tomorrow. So I thought it was a fun shirt. This one, though, also, sadly, has some kind of weird stain in the middle. So I know, we've got to get them both washed and see what we can do. The last item I got is a piece of clothing. I'm trying to wean myself off buying clothing. I get really excited because everybody else sells a lot of clothing, and I always think, yay, that I should do it too. But I'm not really big on regular clothing. We don't do that well with it. I do like things that can double as costumes, though, and this definitely could. Or it's just a funky, again, kind of retro-y sort of dress. Now, I don't know if you're going to get a good look at it here. So, you see the sleeve on it? And look at the print. It's Egyptian. It's Egyptian, the print. Very cool. That's what caught my eye. The brand, Christ Gundenson. Gundenson. Now, if you see this label, Bohemian dresses from that label, some of them actually do really well. I saw ones that sold for $30 to $50. I sold other ones that didn't sell as well. This one, having the Egyptian print, might be a little bit more specific. But once again, after I got it outside in the light, I saw that this edge here is a little bit worn. It's not horrible, though, now that I'm looking at it again. It's a little worse on this edge. The edge is a little worn, and I think it's because it's a very stiff cotton. It doesn't have any stretch to it, so we're probably pulling it on and off. But it is so cute. Look at this. It's got this hem at the bottom. It's just a great big caftan-y, bohemian, Egyptian shirt. Dress. Sorry, it's a dress. Love it. That's it, I think. I don't know. I'm sure we bought more. I think some things I buy, my husband buys a lot of stuff that he ends up just keeping. Yeah. You know what? I'm wondering why I'm hesitating. Is I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I'll show it again just in case. We did pick this up a couple of weeks ago at Salvation Army. I think last week. I again swore I wasn't going to buy any more mugs, but look at that. Little Mermaid, and it looks like a castle. Adorable. So that's up too. All right, that's it for me. Tell me what you bought this week. Did you go out to estate sales, garage sales, thrift stores? I'd love to hear about your buys. And if you have anything to say about anything I showed you today, I would love to hear about that too. Specifically, have you ever had one of these crazy My Little Babies? Are they really cool? Do they really like talk, walk, blink, and do everything they say they do? Because that's kind of creepy. But I'd love to hear about it. That's it for me. I hope you make lots of pop culture profits this week, and subscribe to my channel and give this a thumbs up and all those things so I can keep bringing you more videos and teach you all kinds of things you need to know to make more money, more pop culture profits on eBay.